Today we're looking at this, the D5, and we're shooting that. This is Nikon's newest flagship, the ultimate professional grade DSLR. But what does a pro think of it? You're a long-term D4 user.
Actually,
Nothing.
Genuinely no. I don't exactly have mouse hands, but more pressure on your fingers, on your top two fingers as you're holding it. Try holding that one.
I see what you mean.
That is
It's more curvy.
They say it's improved ergonomically. Not everyone will agree. But what about the good bits?
On the back.
No, hang on. I like this. That's a great idea.
It's just easier when it's on the top.
ISO for me is right here, which I can reassign onto mode or whatever, but I've just gotten used to kind of thumbing it in. Also, it's a bit touchscreeny, isn't it?
Yes, well that is one good thing with this.
Is it? Because look at the amount of smidge on here from my photographer's face.
So then it doesn't matter if it gets more smidge on it.
Well, no, it doesn't. I'm just wondering how it operates under a heavy film of grease. Let's just see. Yeah, still works.
Well, if you get grease on it, it's weather sealed. Wipe it off or leave it in the rain.
I've got XQD.
Very good. How many?
Just
Two.
the two.
See, I have 1.5.
XQD speeds are quite phenomenal. Digitally defecates all over your average SD card. But I'm not too sure if having both slots as XQD is a wise move yet. Who knows, it could go the same way as the Sony Memory Stick Duo. You can get a D5 with dual CF card slots, but that is not a better option. Also useful stuff, it controls slaves via radio. Speedlights, that is, not some elaborately evil crime against humanity. But you know what? That's boring compared to this. The autofocusing system is very impressive. The important bit is that it covers a slightly wider area than the D4S, which were very much centered on the center bits, meaning you don't have to recompose shots quite as often.
Oh yes. What an epic DSLR this is.
12 FPS! That mirror does its twerky, flappy up and down, along with the shutter which opens up and closes action 12 times in 1 second. You can even make it do it 14 times, but with focus locked, metering locked and mirror locked. Oh, Nikon knows the future's mirrorless, they just can't admit it.
Well, you can do 14 with focus locked.
That's kind of pointless.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Unless you have, say, a bird going in and out of the water vertically.
Yeah, just something going up and down, up and down, up and down rigorously like that.
Quite fast as well, because it's 12, isn't
yeah.
it?
Whoa!
The D5 is like a hot rod tearing down the strip. It's ready for anything. With 153 autofocus points, 99 cross type. This is a beast. Of course it feels great when you're out there, but then you go home and check the files, and then you realise just how easily you can rely on a D5 to get you that shot. It tracks better than before, quicker, more accurate. Why is that? Here's a Nikon rep to explain.
It's got an ASIC, which is an application-specific integrated circuit, which is just working on the focus.
I don't care what it's called, I call it bloody awesome.
This is so much better than what's going on over there, in fact.
Wow, that car's taken a bit of a wide corner. Adding 4 more megapixels doesn't sound like much, but 20 megapixels should give a little bit more freedom for a bit of croppage. Image quality wise, one thing to note is that the dynamic range from the RAW files isn't particularly amazing, but you could use that flat picture profile to get a bit more detail. Even when the skies get dark and it starts to cack it down, the D5 doesn't cack its pants. It's sensitive down to -4 EV, which is moonlight kind of stuff. Shame some of the cars look like they're on their driving test. With a speed demon like the D5, you'll crave for more action, and that's what we did. We felt the need for speed. We just have to wait for the speed to happen.
Aha, we're here for day 2 of the D5 shoot because day 1 was kind of crap, wasn't it?
Not a lot happened, so
No.
we've come to somewhere with a bit more action.
But for now, we're just waiting, so it's time for this. Pokemon Go.
What?
As it turned out, a couple of nuns from the local convent came out to watch the planes too.
The D5 is a magnificent image-making machine. But the only problem with the D5 is this. It's the D500, because the D500 actually inherits a lot of the features of the D5. Is there a significant difference between the D5, which costs far, far more than the D500?
D5 versus D500. The DX sensor DSLR has a lot of the D5 DNA, but what about in actual use? Actually, in an actual situation. Fighter jets and 12 FPS,
baby.
that is all a
That's
man
gonna be the one.
needs. That and bacon. This DSLR is probably the best thing Nikon has done since, well, I can't actually remember. This is the DSLR equivalent to bacon. Crispy one at that.
In terms of D5 versus D500, it's quite obvious which one is better
Yeah.
in terms of sheer performance, numbers. But having said that, the numbers aren't too different. Same
so
focus
much.
system.
It's just that sensor difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marry everything on here to that sensor, I'd be happy and broke.
They both shoot nice moire-free 4K video, mediocre 1080 footage. The D5 has a touchscreen for focusing, the D500 has a tilt screen for non-tilty head composing. But the caveat is that they both only take 4K video for 3 minutes at a time. Given the choice though, I'd take the D500 for video. Why would anyone use a body like the D5 to shoot video? Practical? It is not. I want everyone to feel the power of the D5, even complete strangers.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I leave that on there?
You can.
Yeah, of course you
do you
can.
want to fiddle about with the D5? It's new.
No, you're all right.
You really?
Is that the
neither.
500?
The D5.
Oh, the D5.
It's pretty tasty. Have a quick blast of that 12 PS. Blast off. Just have a feel of the 12 FPS going off.
Yeah, fire
Yeah,
us around
just fire that off. Just
at anything.
It's like a
Just-
Gatling gun.
Isn't it?
just don't be shy. Just press it all the way down
Press and hold.
for a couple seconds.
One, let me just. God,
It's nice, isn't it?
God. I'll freeze up my hard drive when I come to download that.
What do you think of that?
Lovely. That's a lovely piece.
What's your name?
Ron?
Ron. Say hello to the internet, Ron.
Hello. Is that the internet?
That's the internet.
in there.
All right.
Just in there.
We've captured the
Right.
internet.
You got me on there.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
On the World Wide
just-
Web's in it.
Just the internet is.
Ron loves the D5 too. Some others prefer their iPhone apparently. But what about noise? Well, the D5 goes up to mental ISO 3,280,000, which is just mental, but the key thing is that it has clean files even at ISO 12,800, and colour noise-free images at 25,600. With the smaller sensor you get smaller pixels, you get noisy images at respective ISOs. ISO 12,800 on the D500 really looks a bit rough, but what does PJ think of the D500?
I'm finding that this is the one that I'm kind of smitten with, the one that I'm lusting after.
In terms of numbers, it's not always about that, is it?
No, exactly. Because I've been waiting to see if Nikon are going to do a mirrorless, a full frame mirrorless.
Yeah.
Because I want something that I can just have as my camera just to, you know,
So this
Playtime.
might change your mind about
maybe.
mirrorless.
Maybe. Well, I love it.
I can't imagine you getting that kind of performance in a mirrorless.
I don't know. I mean, you know me, I kind of like my Fuji.
This is quite a bizarre strategy by Nikon. To be honest, the D500 is a better buy for shooting action in good light. At 1 FPS less, but with all the AF capabilities, it just makes sense. The D5 is a workhorse of a camera. It's built to take whatever happens on your journey to getting that shot. But nothing is really surprising about it. It's an evolution of the D4S. The only surprising thing is that the camera that is dwarfed by the silhouette of the D5 does not live in the shadow of it.
On the YouTubes.
So did that go worldwide?
Worldwide.
We're international apart from countries like China.
North Korea.
North Korea is
we're
not
not
very
allowed in there,
YouTube
are we?
Not
friendly.
allowed in there. Say
No.
hello to North Korea anyway.
Hi.
Hello, North Korea.
Yeah, keep your bombs.
Yeah, good luck.
Don't want your bombs.